Hello everyone. Today we'll be dealing with Module 4 realization of IR filters. Contents to be covered: infinite impulse response, direct form 1, direct form 2, numericals based on direct form 1 and 2. Introduction. The digital filters are basically discrete time multisystems. The system can be an FIR or IIR. FIR is finite impulse response, IIR is infinite impulse response. These are described by a difference equation which can be implemented in a hardware or in a software. There are various ways to implement these difference equations are called as realization structures of discrete time signals or digital filter structures. So the difference equation can be implemented in different structures. We have direct form 1, direct form 2, cascade, parallel, lattice and ladder structure, right? These structures are derived on the basis of computational complexity, ease of implementation, finite word length effects, etc. Now, what do you mean by canonic and non realization? The number of delays in the structure is equal to the order of difference equation or the order of transfer function, then it is called as canonic form realization. If the number of delays in the structure are not same as the order, then it is called as non-canonic realization. Filtering is a process of selecting or suppressing a certain frequency components of a signal. Filtering is often done in suppressed noise. Now, IR filter allows only zeros and poles, whereas FIR allows only zeros. IR can be more selective for a given filter order. It is also called as a recursive filter, wherein the output is going to depend upon the input and the past output, not guaranteed to be stable. Now, what do you mean by realization? It is a process of converting the transfer function into block diagram or a program. Again, this block diagram or a software is called as realization. Designers are interested in realizations which are economical, simple, cheap, with short word length and high dynamic range. The numerical values of the coefficients are calculated from the transfer function. We'll see this. Now, the LTI system is generally described by a difference equation here, right? So it is y of n equal to minus summation k is equal to 1 to n a k y of n minus k plus summation m k is equal to 0 to m b of k x of n minus k. Now, taking the if you just try to take the z transform of this particular equation, it will become y of z, y of n minus k will become y of z, x of n minus k will become x of z, and you need to multiply z of minus k on both the sides, right? Now, if you try to expand this, you will get this as y of z is equal to minus 1. Why? The value of k is going to start from 1. Here for b, the value of k is going to start from 0. It will be minus a1 y1 z raised to minus 1, and here it will be b naught x of 0 z raised to minus 0, which will be 1 itself. Overall, this transfer function can be written as h of z is equal to y of z, wherein h of z is equal to summation of k is equal to 0 to m bk z minus k divided by 1 plus summation of n k is equal to 1 to n ak z minus k. So the numerator represents the zeros, the denominator represents the pole. So IR filter is a combination of zeros and poles together. We'll see this difference equation when we are going with the problem. Now here the x of z can be realized in different structures. It is implemented with the help of a delay element a multiplier and adders as elementary blocks as shown in the figure. So here is the addition of two sequence. We have an adder here, so we have x1 and x2 which are coming to the adder, therefore it will become x1 plus x2 of n. We have multiplication of a sequence by a constant term. So we have a x of n, the constant term is a, so the answer will be a of x of n. The third is a unit delay. So if you want to go for a delay, so x of n, if you apply a delay block, it will give you x of n minus 1. Right. So these three will be used in order to draw the structure of direct form 1 as well as direct form 2. Now direct form 1. The direct form 1 is obtained by decomposing that h of z into two transfer functions as h1 of z and h2 of z. Here h1 of z represents zeros, which is all zero system. Similarly, the h2 of z represents poles of h of z, which is all pole system. So basically, this is your h1, this is your h2. So h1 represents 0, h2 is going to represent a pole system. So let's take h1 of z is equal to w by x of z, which is equal to summation of k equal to 0 to m bk z minus k. So let's try to expand this part. As I said, so if you expand this, you will get b0 plus b1 z minus 1 plus b2 z minus 2 till bm. Why? The value of k is going to range from 0 to m, so it is bm z minus 1 minus m. Right. Now cross multiplying x of z to the b0 term, so it will become b0 x of z plus b1 z minus 1 x of z till bm z minus m x of z. Now you need to take the inverse Z transform of the above equation. You will get wn b0 x of n plus b1 x of n minus 1. Why? This is z minus 1. Right. Here it will be z raised to minus 0, which will be 1. So it is x of n minus 1, x of n minus 2 plus bm x of n minus capital M. So this is your equation 3. h2 of z. We need to take now the pole. In h1 of z, we have taken w by x of z. Now in h2 of this z, will be taking y by w. So if we cancel out these two, we get y by x only. Again, it is a similar process. You are going to expand this term and you are going to get this as 1 by 1 plus a1 z raised to minus 1 plus a2 z raised to minus 2 till an z raised to minus n. Now multiply y of z into this denominator. So it will become w of z is equal to y of z in the bracket 1 plus a1 z raised to minus 1 plus a2 z raised to minus 1 till an z raised to minus n, capital N. So once you multiply, you get this equation. You are multiplying y of z to the whole term of a term. Now, looking at this equation, you have to write y of z is equal to w of z minus a1 z raised to minus 1 y of z minus a2 z raised to minus 2 y of z till minus an z raised to minus n y of z. Now you have to take the inverse z transform of this equation. You get y of z inverse is y of n. Here minus a1 will be as it is. This whole term is going to be changed to y of n minus 1. As it is 2, you write it as y of n minus 2. It will remain as it is. wz will become wn. Okay. Now this is the direct form 1 structure. If you take h of z is h1 of z into h2 of z, which is a cascade. So this will represent 0, this will represent a pole. So in this way you need to draw the structure for a direct form 1. So this is how you're going to draw. Just observe the structure once. So this is an input of x of n. We have delays. Z represents a delay. These b0, b1, b2 are the constant terms here. This represents an adder, and at the end we have y of n. So h1 of z is w by x of z. h2 of z is y by w of z. So totally we get h of z is equal to y by x of z. So just go through the video, you'll come to know. If you consider for a second order difference equation, this is a difference equation for x, this will be a difference equation of y, and this is how you're going to draw the individual structures looking at the zeros and the poles. So here in terms of w1 we have taken v of n. So it is b0 x of n plus b1 x of n minus 1 plus b2 x of n minus 2. So here I have two delays, x of n minus 1 and x of n minus 2. So I have to take only two delays only. Here we have one constant term, that is b0 of x of n, right? And we have additions here, addition of two numbers. So we are getting x of n minus 1, x of n minus 2. So this is b0 constant term. You have a delay of b of x of n minus 1, which is getting added to this whole term. Again we have a delay with a constant of b2 to this x of n minus 2. Similarly, y of n, again we have two delays, y of n minus 1 and y of n minus 2. So draw the two delays. So it is v of n is equal to y of n directly. Then v of n minus it is. So minus of y of n minus 1. So I need to draw a delay with a constant minus a1 getting added to this. An adder can be with a subtraction also. Again minus n minus 2. So z inverse with the constant minus a2 you're going to add. Now in order to get the direct form 1, you need to join these two, right? So on the left you'll be getting the delay terms, on the right you'll be getting delay terms. Check it out. So this is how you have to join this for a direct form 1, wherein your equation becomes y of n is equal to a1 y of n minus 1 plus a2 y of n minus 2 plus b0 x of n plus b1 x of n minus 1 plus b2 x of n minus 2. Now we'll be taking one problem here based on your direct form 1. Difference equation describing a filter is given by y of n minus 3 by 4 y of n minus 1 plus 1 by 8 y of n minus 2 equal to x of n plus 1 by 2 x of n minus 1. Now I'm going to take this y terms to the right hand side. So I get y of n is equal to 3 by 4. Here it was minus 3 by 4, so it will become plus a by 4 y of n minus 1. As this was plus 1 by 8, it will become minus 1 by 8. So the equation of y of n is 3 by 4 n minus 1, 1 by 8 n minus 2 plus x of n plus 1 by 2 x of n minus 1. Now the x term represents your 0, the y term are going to represent your poles. So whenever you're going to draw the direct form structure of 1, this will be your 0 first, this will be your poles. So to directly looking at this equation, we can directly draw the structure. So how many delays I can find in x term? I have only one. So x of n, we are going to have one adder because there is only one adder over here, and there's a delay of x of n minus 1 with constant 1 by 2. On the right hand side, you have two delays, y of n minus 1 and y of n minus 2. So y of n minus 1 has a value of positive 3 by 4. So you give just positive 3 by 4 and with an adder. wherein the y of n minus 2 has a with having a coefficient of minus 1 by 8, and you're going to add. So this is how you're going to draw the structure for direct form 1, which can be easily represented, or which can be easily understood by knowing the structure of direct form 1. Now wherein how we are going to take this equation into a Z transform equation now, right? So if I take the Z transform of equation 1, I'm going to get y of z equal to 3 by 4 z inverse y of z minus 1 by 8 z of minus 2 y of z plus x of z plus 1 by 2 z inverse x of z. Now you're going to move all the y terms to the LHS. You can observe this. Now what is y by x? So when you take y of z as a common over here, you get 1 minus 3 by 4 plus 1 by 8. This is what you can see. So y by x is nothing but 1 plus 1 by 2 z inverse plus 1 minus 3 by 4 z of minus 1 plus 1 by 8 z of minus 2. Now looking at this equation also, you can draw the structure. But here, this is your B0, this is your B1. This one will remain as it is. This is your A1, this is your A2. So whatever sign is will be given here, and now you need to change it. If you find minus 3 by 4, you write it 3 by 4. If you get 1 by 8, you give minus 1 by 8. So it is very easy to represent this coefficient value by looking at difference equation directly. But in exam, if they directly give you this transfer function, then you take the inverse of this and get into this form, so that it will be easy for you to draw the structure, right? Direct form 2. In direct form 1, what we have seen that we have taken h of z is equal to h1 and h2, and we had assumed h1 as to be 0 and h2 to be a pole. Here in direct form 2, h1 of z will be assumed to be a pole, and h2 of z will be assumed to be a 0 now. So it is the same process. h1 is w by x of z now, which is a pole system. So cross multiply, you expand this, you take the inverse of this, and accordingly you draw the figure. So x of n, you have wn. How many delays? W of n minus 1, W of n, n minus 1, n minus 2 till W of n minus n. Okay. Similarly, you'll be looking at h2 of z, which represents a 0 now. Y by z, y of z is y of z divided by W of z, which is representing a 0 system. Again cross multiply, expand the term of summation b k z minus k, right? Then take the inverse of this, multiplying with W of z, you get y of n is equal to wn b0 plus b1 n minus 1 b2 n minus 2 till bm W of n minus m. So here y of n is your output, input will be wn. So wn b0, wn b0 plus wn minus 1 delay with b1 plus wn minus 2 with delay b2 till wm n minus m, w of n minus m with a constant bm. So this is how you can understand how you're taking a transfer function, making it as pole and 0, and again converting back to inverse and drawing the structure for each individual h1 of z and h2 of z. So ultimately you're going to get this whole structure. So if you can draw direct form 1, direct form 2 would be very easy. So here only you can find the delays in between at the center part. The adders are on the left and the right side of this. and on the left side you'll be only finding pole system, and on the right side you'll be finding only zero system. Direct form 2 realization of IR systems, right? Let's go with the problem here. Now draw the block diagram of direct form 1 and 2 of a digital IR filter described by the system function. So this is your system function now. Here we have a higher power of cube, that is to 3, and denominator is having the power of z square and z. So multiply the denominator, then get the power in terms of z cube. So the numerator and the denominator contain a negative z and has to be divided by z cube. So if you look at the numerator, it is 8z cube minus 4z square plus 11z minus 2. So divide the numerator by z cube. So you get what? 8 4z inverse plus 11z raised to minus 2 minus 2 of z raised to minus 3. If you multiply this denominator, you get this equation again. Once you multiply this equation, you're going to get a z cube power positive. Then divide that denominator by z raised to minus 3. Then you get this equation. So you will be having a positive z term. Make sure that both are having an equal power term, such as you have z cube. Here you have again z cube. You might get z square also, not an issue. But you have to convert this back to z raised to minus 1. You have to divide that by the power whatever is present for numerator and denominator. Now you are going to take the inverse z transform of this. So here, as we are drawing the direct form 1 structure, so this is your h1 of z, this will become h2 of z. So y of z is equal to this term. This is your cross multiply, right? Cross multiplying, you are getting this equation which is equal to this. Okay. Now you are going to take the inverse z transform of that. You are going to get y of n minus 1 plus 3 by 4 y of n minus 2 minus y of n minus 3 equal to 8x of n minus 4x of n minus 1 plus 11x of n minus 2 minus 2x of n minus 3. Now you shift all the y of n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 to the right hand side. So you just need to keep y of n on the LHS. So this is your equation. As I said, by looking at the difference equation, it will be very easy to draw the structure and give the coefficients of each of the poles and zeros. So here for zeros we have 3 delays. So 1, 2, 3. So it is b naught x of n. So x of n is with 8. You have x of n minus 1 of minus 4. We have x of n minus 2 with 11. We have x of n minus 3 with minus 2. Similarly with zeros term, with the poles term, y of n is directly come out. We have one delay of y of n minus 1 with constant 5 by 4, which is positive. Y of n minus 2 with minus 3 by 4. Again y of n minus 3 with 1 by 8. So this is how we have to draw the structure for direct form 1. If you get a problem in this way for direct form 1, just try to cross multiply. Multiply this, take the inverse of this, make y of n is equal to the whole term, then draw the structure. Now we'll be looking at direct form 2. So this is your equation, transfer function. In direct form 2, your h1 of z will become poles, h2 of z will become zeros. So h1 of z is what? It is poles 1 by this denominator. h2 of z will become the numerator. So h1 of z is equal to v by x of z. So substitute the value of h1 of z, cross multiply. Now take the inverse of this. You get v of n equal to, you need to write v of n equal to plus 5 by 4 v of n minus 1 minus 3 by 4 v of n minus 2 plus 1 by 8 v of n minus 3 plus x of n. Now we'll try to look at h2 of 2. h2 of 2 can be written as y by v of z. Again substitute the value of h2 of z, which is the zero system, cross multiply and take the inverse, right? So in direct from 2, your center part will be your delay. On the left and on the right side you can find the adders. So here, looking at the 0 side, which has been plotted here, so y of n equal to 8 into v of n, then minus 4 of v of n minus 1 plus 11 of v of n minus 2 minus 2 of v of n minus 3. And similarly here, your x of n is equal to v of n plus v of n minus 1 into 5 by 4 minus 3 by 4 v of n minus 2 plus 1 by 8 v of n minus 3. So looking at this difference equation, you try to draw the direct form 2. Okay? So kindly go through this method for direct form 1 and 2. Right? If you have any doubt, you can contact me. Thank you.